Yummy, yummy, yum, 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 yum. I have a 2-year-old. You want to tell everybody now that you're a big girl what it's like to be a toddler instead of a baby? Exactly. Is that mommy? Is that mommy? Is that mommy? Is that baby? Silliest little goose. And you have a boogie. You just have a boogie. Mommy's just letting you around town with a boogie. Thank you. Did you know you're 2? When they say the days are long and the years are short. So true. I'm gonna have that like tattooed on my forehead.
Mount Laurel high fives for miles in spring. Rainbow trout.
I am a mom to a 2-year-old, so I thought we should do a toddler update. I just watched my 1-year update and I haven't done one since. I love watching these videos. I'm just gonna put a disclaimer out there that every toddler, child, baby develops differently. Definitely do not compare your child to my child or other children. If you ever have concerns, go to your doctor. But I think this video will just be really great and helpful and entertaining. If you have a 1-year-old and you're wondering what's gonna happen, maybe you are deep in the middle and you just need something to relate to, or you're just like me and you have a 2-year-old and you've been with me on this journey and we're just gonna chit chat. The first update, 1 year ago, I was still breastfeeding and I think I went up to when my daughter was 14 months, but I started the weaning process, I think, at 13 months. Maybe I went to, I don't know. It was a long process, and I wrote here, I honestly don't even remember how I did it. I know I dropped the middle feedings first and kept the morning and the nighttime feeding, and those were definitely the hardest to drop. But just keeping consistent with the rest of the routine, I remember helped, but it's such a blur. My daughter did have a dairy allergy that she grew out of at her 1-year checkup appointment. So a lot of people were asking what kind of milk we did because a lot of people thought I was vegan just based off like the what we eats in a day. And I was never vegan. I was just dairy free for my daughter while breastfeeding. And we tried every kind of milk. We did like Ripple milk, which is a pea protein milk. We did soy milk. We did oat milk. We did almond milk. I was trying like all the other options and my daughter ended up just preferring like regular milk. And so that is what we ended up doing throughout the 2nd year. And I really just do a bottle in the morning if she wants it, but I also offer water. And then before bed, I do offer a bottle of milk. Number 2, something I was so surprised about, and I didn't quite remember the timing, but her ability to walk, to run, to climb, to everything she can do now has changed so much over the past year. I forgot at her first birthday, she was still not walking. She was taking steps, but you would have to hold her hand or she would have to hold on to something. And very quickly after her first birthday, she did start taking independent steps. And then it just, after like 3 weeks, she was walking. And over this past year, she has become very independent and adventurous with her walking and running and climbing, whether we're at the park or we're at home, which has, you know, been exciting, but offered a bit more scary moments when your child is trying to climb on a high chair onto the kitchen island. That's an experience. Number 3, this past year, I've tried a ton of new different activities, and I think I didn't do a lot of these activities just because they weren't really offered, you know, due to the pandemic and everything. So I think that, and then plus her age, it's just been really exciting to try different things. Some things we did were gym class. There's a bunch of different kinds of gym classes. I know this one we don't go to, but my gym, I know they have a ton of locations. We now love gym class. She will very independently play with other kids now, and she's open to trying things without me. So if you are just starting out, do not get discouraged, because in the beginning, my daughter would not, you know, engage much with other kids or definitely engage with the other adults and teachers. It probably took 3 months of going for her to be okay with trying things without me holding her hand, and now she loves it and she makes friends. So do not get discouraged if your kid is trying a new activity and they, aren't as open as you would like. But with that being said, one thing we did try was an outdoor dance class, and we went twice, and I could just tell she did not like it at all. She was not going to warm up at all. And the fact that it was outdoor at a park, she did not want to do like an organized group class when she could just run right over there and go to a jungle gym. So always listen to your mom brain. If you're like, this is just not going to work out, even if I give it 3 months, just the way it's set up, and you know your child best. So that was something I decided to not go through after 2 classes. Eventually, if they offer an indoor class, I think I will try again, maybe when she's a little bit older. One thing, if you are in LA, that I highly suggest, it is a bit of a drive. I think it's like an hour-and-a-half drive, so I would kind of have that during the nap window so your toddler can nap during the journey and then wake up and get there. But it is Underwood Farms. You can do berry picking, hay rides. They have like different rides for babies and toddlers. They have petting zoos. You can like hold and feed little baby animals. It's so much fun. It is very family friendly and it's not too costly. You can go there and just do like the free things, or you can buy tickets and do more of the rides and stuff. We also did the Long Beach Aquarium, which was a lot of fun. She really liked that. And then her father took her to the LA Zoo, and he said she was scared of some of the animals, but she did really like it. I haven't been there with her, but yeah, just doing these outings at this age, I feel like they can, appreciate it. They might not fully remember it, like if they were 4 or 5, but they do appreciate seeing different things and experiencing different things. And just for you and them to get out of the house, it's worth the adventure. When I watched my 1-year baby update, I'll insert the clip, but I kind of said something that was a premonition of this exact thing. To prepare myself for what I can see is slowly happening, which is we have a smart, independent child who is trying to push limits, learn choices, learn wants and needs and musts and no and yes, and I don't know what to do. Positives with this is she's really been open to trying new things, and she's developed a confidence while testing things and, trying to put on her shoes. But then on the flip side, she wants to put on her shoes, and we have a gym class to get to, and I need to put on her shoes because we're running late, and she doesn't want that, and then we get a big feeling, and it's just something that's been new to navigate. And like I said, in the past month, everything has been a no. Diaper change, no, no, no. Want to put on a shirt? No, no, no. Want to go outside? No, no, no. Want to watch this? No. Want to eat this? No. And she does say yeah, not yes, but yeah. So I know she has the ability to convey that. She isn't, no isn't her only way to express her wants and needs. But I'm getting a lot of no, and if anyone has any tips on how to navigate this, that would be nice, because I see it growing, not shrinking. In the long run, it's good and it's necessary. So if you're dealing with it, I'm right there with you. I had a lot of questions ever since I brought it up about her speech and her talking. And I did mention we were doing speech therapy. This was something I did growing up. I didn't speak until I was 3, and I'm pretty good at speaking now, so I'm not too worried. And I think even Cody went to speech therapy. It is a really, really normal thing. This was something I actually just went out and found somebody to do it. And we were doing it for, I would say, a month and a half. And they weren't taking my insurance, and I thought they were going to. And so it was $100,000 dollars. And I wasn't expecting that. So we just did our 2-year annual doctor checkup, and this is when I finally brought it up to my doctor that she was speaking, but potentially not the amount of words that, is recommended. And he offered a different solution, and so that's something we are working on now. In the 1-year baby update, I said her first word was hi, and that she had said mama, and she has new words. I did write them down. I think this is almost all of them. So she says, hi, mama, doggy, all the time. Dada, kitty, ball has been a new one. She's been saying that one a lot. All fruit is a ball, like a peach, a nectarine, an apple, something to throw. Apparently. I'd like to eat it, but it's now a ball. Pouch, we do a lot of like pouch snacks. Yeah, no. Shoes, nose, eyes. She kind of says hair sometimes. I really go over like all of my features. She'll like really point and she wants to know the name of everything, but she points to everything to get the name. So I feel like I've noticed she doesn't like to do anything unless she's confident about it. So I think she's like gathering all these different words and she's just gonna like start spewing them out one day. She has said a couple of 2-word, like she combines 2 words to kind of make a sentence, which thank you is a great one, she says. Go, that was one we were able to teach in speech therapy. I do have some tips actually that I learned in the class I was paying for that I do think helped escalate some of these words. Outside is another one that they helped teach me. Up, home, I'm cold is another one I've only heard her say once, but it's another 2-word sentence. Apple, bye, car, she says all the time when we walk our dog. She goes, car. Blue, that's the first color she knows, blue. And if I point to like, I say get the pink crayon, she can get it, but blue's the only one she's said. And baby, she loves baby dolls, and so she always says baby. Like I said, I definitely have learned a lot that helped things progress in the speech therapy class we were doing, but we are doing a new plan and system, and so I'm gonna kind of wait to do that because I know I was gonna do an update on what I've learned and what you can do at home. So that will be coming soon, but obviously it's a long journey and don't be stressed about it. All kids learn and develop in their own time what's right for them. Just stay calm, relax, you're doing amazing. Next up, our routine. If you have a 1-year-old, what you can typically expect if you follow traditional like wake windows and a sleep schedule. We were on 2 nap a day, and somewhere within the year we transitioned to the 1 nap a day, and right now we're getting 6:30 a.m. wake ups and a noon to 2 nap. That changes. That can sometimes be like 12:30 to 2:30 or 1 to 3. Whenever she goes down, I pretty much just cap it at 2 hours, unless of course your toddler's sick, and then you can let them sleep a bit more. Since the nap does fluctuate, the bedtime is usually 7 to 7:30 p.m. We also transitioned to a big girl bed. It's not quite a big girl bed yet. This is her nursery crib, and it came with a toddler bed extension, which I feel like made the transition really seamless. I feel like I really lucked out. She has not tried to get out of her crib here once. She did twice at her dad's, and I feel like the key to success was really that she was so used to the crib that this little opening didn't change too much for her. I have seen her get out if something falls, like her bunny, and pick it up and get back. So I've been a huge fan of that transition, but I would say the one thing now is it is a crib-sized bed, and my daughter's almost 3 feet now, and so I'm gonna have to make another transition now. I don't know how soon, of like a real big girl bed, and so that's something I'm looking into on if I should do a twin or a full. I don't know the longevity, you know, with potty training and everything, how long that lasts, and I do have room in here for a full. So let me know what direction you guys went, because this is something we're gonna have to do in the 2 to 3. I mentioned the testing limits, the, you know, growing independence, and of course with this comes those big feelings, and my approach from the beginning has always been gentle parenting. If you haven't heard of gentle parenting, or you have and you haven't looked into it, I feel like the name can kind of confuse people. It can kind of make it seem like you are, you know, not really parenting, or you're like a passive parent, or people think it's just kind of like a no rules, lawless land. And that is not my take or approach on gentle parenting at all. Gentle parenting just means that your approach to parenting is to lead with empathy and understanding. Here's an example of what I mean. Say you're unloading the dishwasher and your child quickly grabs the knife, and obviously that's gonna be a big no-no. So you take the knife back and your toddler has a big feeling, a response to it, a tantrum. What I first want my toddler to understand in the situation is that I understand that she wants the knife, and the issue is not a miscommunication, because I want her to know that I understand her, she's heard, and I acknowledge what she wants. That is not the issue. Next, I want her to know that it's okay to be upset about not getting the knife. It's okay to experience sadness, to not yell or judge her or make her feel bad for crying over this thing that, you know, she really, really can't have. I will say things like, I understand you want the knife. It's okay to be sad, but the knife is dangerous, so we cannot have the knife. This is a safe space. You can feel okay to be sad right now. When you're ready, you can hug me if you want, if that would make things better. And then we could find something that is safe for you to play with. We have this, or we have this. Sometimes, you know, the options need to be repeated, but it's really diverting attention away from the thing that they cannot have or be doing into something that is a positive. And sometimes you will be surprised about how long it takes or how short it takes for your toddler to pick one of these different options, be diverted, and having the feeling pass. If you have the passy, that means you want to go to sleepy. If not, I understand that you want the passy, but the passy is going to be for sleepy. So when you're ready, I understand you want the passy. I understand. But we're not going to have the passy until we're ready to go to sleepy. You can have your popsicle. It's okay to be upset. You can have your popsicle. It's okay. You want a hug? Go? Go? I don't have it in my hands. It will come for us when you go to sleepy. Do you want to go to sleepy? Would you like your popsicle? It's just my skin. It's okay. You can play in your ball pit. You want me to get your room ready for a sleepy? You want to play in your ball pit? Or do you want to play, ooh, with the colors? Wow. What is it you want? You want the guitar? You want the microwave? I'm gonna eat your popsicle. Mmm. Mmm. Are you gonna cut mommy's hair? Cut mommy's hair. Oh, good job. How does mommy's hair look? Do I need foundation? Thank you. Thank you. Is there a comb in there? You want to brush mommy's hair? Oh, be careful. Wow. That's so nice. Thank you. Next, the one big thing that really changed for us from 1 year is how she plays to 2 years. The thing I've noticed, and you know, every child will be different, but my daughter loves pretend play. Whether it's playing with her dolls, feeding her dolls, pretend changing their diaper, having a tea party with me. If I'm cleaning the house, she, you know, will clean. I guess that's not really pretend play, but I usually don't give her anything with like an actual cleaning product on it, and so in a way it's pretend, but she feels like she's cleaning. She likes this real life play, which has been really fun to see. This has dictated the type of toys I've been buying, just seeing what she's into. So I got her for her birthday a little makeup vanity because she always sees me doing my makeup and she likes to, you know, use the beauty blender at the same time. And so I got like that set up. I got her a little kitchen with some fake fruit and like a little fake microwave, a toaster. These are things that she really loves to play with. And then of course, just different dolls and different things to play with her dolls. The toys in the first year were really just, you know, sensory and motory based. And finally, plans for the future, what I, as of right now, plan from year 2 to 3. So let me know what your future plans are. I'm, you know, always trying to learn and research. I always love to hear your guys' suggestions and recommendations too, because I feel like we're all on this journey together. But right now my plans, and I've mentioned this on Instagram, but some point soon I'm gonna start potty training. I did purchase the items yet, and I did ask you guys different methods, and it seemed like the top method people really liked was like the 3-day course or 3-day rule. I don't know, apparently your child is potty trained in 3 days and people had a lot of success with this. There were a couple other things people mentioned that I am going to research too, but right now, I mean, hey, a 3-day thing sounds like a pretty good deal if that works. Obviously, our speech journey is going to continue. I have recently been looking into preschool options, which is crazy for me to think about because, you know, in my head I always thought it was 3, but a lot of schools offer, you know, you can start at 2.5 years. And through my research of just yesterday with preschools is they are booking, you know, 6 months for a wait list. I don't know if it's this crazy in every area. Obviously, I live in LA. It's a big city and things are just always more hectic over here. But yeah, I'm starting to get going on that. I've been looking into Montessori. I've been looking into Waldorf, which I think it sounds pretty cool. There was one school I looked at and I was looking at like their weekly schedule for that week, and like one day they were making butter, one day they were making bread, they were doing like nature walks, they were planting different stuff. Like, to me, Waldorf looks very like fantasy play, nature-based, and just knowing my daughter and her personality so far, like when we go up to my family's farm, she loves being in nature and she loves cooking, she loves outside play. So this is something I'm trying to talk more to her father about because I brought it up and he goes, what is she, like entering her Hogwarts house? Like what, Waldorf? The last thing I know I will be doing from 2 to 3 is transitioning out of this crib bed that is a toddler bed into her real big girl bed. And let me know if you have any faves or tips on the recommendations. I just cannot see her sleeping in a bed without railings, but I kind of do want to get one without railings because I feel like it would last longer, or maybe there's some beds that have the railing and you can detach it. I don't know. I just, you know, these are big purchases and I would like them to last a long time, and I'm really sad to see this crib go because it's so cute. And guys, that is everything for my 2-year toddler update. I cannot believe it. The time really does go by so fast when they say the days are long and the years are short. So true. I'm gonna have that like tattooed on my forehead. If you have any questions that I did not get to in this video that you want answered, leave them in the comments down below. Or if you have any recommendations for me, please leave them in the comments down below. Thank you so much for joining me on our journeys together, and I will see you guys next Monday. Bye!